Хуярь, хуярь! Збив! Збив! Збив!
In a conflict where every moment counts, clarity matters. If you want real, unfiltered perspectives from the front lines of the Ukraine-Russia war captured directly through the lens of my GoPro, make sure you hit subscribe. Your support helps bring truth to light, honors those affected, and keeps this coverage going. Stay informed, stay aware. Subscribe now.
Рубін, я вторий. Ну. А що?
Сюди прильотів не було, але було з нашої сторони на 9 годину, десь 300 метрів від нас.
Руді, я Ескобара, то по нам працювали. Потім відповідку дружні дали.
Що було, Ескобар?
Плюс. Откуда я выбежал?
Бачу.
Before sunrise, along a quiet sector of the defensive line, a unit of frontline defenders maintained their positions under an uneasy calm. In the days leading up to the incident, drone operators had begun noticing unusual activity, subtle movement in nearby tree lines, covered tracks, and an increase in intercepted radio signals. It was clear that something was being prepared. When it finally happened, it came fast. The opposing force opened with a short but concentrated barrage meant to disrupt communications and create confusion. Behind that distraction, two assault teams began to move forward, expecting their approach to go unnoticed. But the defenders were already watching from above. UAV operators tracked every movement in real time, giving the unit a complete picture of what was unfolding. From the very first steps of the advance, the defense was fully informed and ready. The attackers managed to get closer than expected, slipping through the initial countermeasures. For a brief moment, It looked as though they might gain the momentum they were hoping for, but the defending unit held their discipline, allowing the opposing force to commit fully before reacting. As soon as the lead elements of the assault team approached the defensive perimeter, the defenders responded with precision. Surprised by the sudden, coordinated resistance, the attackers hesitated and attempted to pull back and reorganize. However, the constant presence of drones above them meant their movements were continuously tracked. Every attempt to maneuver was monitored, anticipated, and countered. What was intended to be a quick breakthrough instead unraveled within minutes. Interestingly, the attacking teams appeared to be relatively well-equipped and trained compared to others usually seen in the area. Their gear and coordinated movements reflected preparation and confidence. But preparation alone wasn't enough. The cooperation between the unit's infantry, support elements, and UAV teams created a seamless defensive response that halted the assault before it could develop. By the end of the engagement, the defensive line remained secure. For the defenders, this was another important moment, evidence that discipline, teamwork, and coordination remain powerful advantages even against a determined push. Over the forested terrain of the Lyman sector, operators of the Ukrainian Third Army Corps prepared for another precision strike. Enemy forces had attempted to conceal their equipment deep beneath camouflage netting, relying on the cover of vegetation and terrain. But the Corps' reconnaissance drones patrolled tirelessly, and it wasn't long before the operators identified movement and heat signatures that betrayed the occupiers' positions. Moments later, the strike drones were airborne. With calm precision, they maneuvered over the target area, locked in, and released their payloads. Explosions tore through the camouflaged vehicles and the enemy personnel nearby, scattering debris across the clearing. What was meant to remain hidden had been exposed and eliminated. Fresh footage from the UAV detachments of the 2nd and 3rd Mechanized Battalions of the 53rd Brigade shows the strikes landing one after another, documenting another successful operation in the ongoing effort to disrupt enemy activity along the front. If you'd like to support our channel, consider purchasing access to our members-only videos. Your support helps us make more videos for everyone, and we truly appreciate it.